Hi and welcome to the Knits by Hobbit podcast. This is episode 2. My name is Ruth. I'm from the Netherlands and this is my little knitting podcast where I talk about what I made and what I'm up to and all sorts of stuff. I've gotten a lot of love for the first podcast and I'm really grateful for that. So I want to thank everybody that commented and that messaged me on Instagram. It's really so nice to hear that people are enjoying what I made. So this time I'm going to try to edit it and actually include pictures and maybe some writing of the pattern names and stuff, so that will make it a bit easier. But yeah, it's been 2 weeks and I have a couple things to show. I have 3 finished objects. I have 1 or 2 works in progress, and then I have an older project that someone asked me to show on here on the podcast and talk about for a bit. So I will start with the finished objects. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this one. Let me see what's the front and the back. Okay, this is the front. So my first finished object is the Magnolia bloom. And it's a chunky jumper and I knit this in a Lafos Lopi. I'm not sure what the name of the color was. It's either like light grey or grey tweed. It has, I'll hold it up close, but it has these little black tweedy bits in it. I hope you can see. And it just gives a really nice little effect to this jumper, I think. So I knit this to the pattern, except for one thing. I knit the cuffs extra long, so that when you fold them out, they they fall over my hands like a little fingerless glove. They come to about here. Because I have really short arms, so over the years I've gotten really used to having sleeves that are too long on everything, and by now I really love pulling the sleeves over my hands and have nice warm hands. So I built that into this one, and it's the first time I've actually done it, and I think this is the perfect jumper to do it on because it's like a chunky, heavy, for really cold days jumper. And then if you want your hands to be free, you can just fold it down and it still looks really cute. I think it makes it like a little bit extra cozy looking if you have a folded cuff. So I did that, and everything else is according to pattern. I really enjoyed knitting this because it's a chunky weight. I think I knitted on 7 mil. I think I did. And then the ribbing is done on a 6. So it was super quick, and the yoke is just so addicting to knit because every row you do something else. You have to make a bobble or just the lace details or a bit of both, and it's a lot of fun to do, and I really enjoyed it, and it flew off the needles so quickly. And I've already worn it once because I was quite a bit cold. I was still a little bit under the weather, so I've already worn it once, and it's so cozy and warm and just really nice. I'm actually planning, I've got some let Lopi coming in a really dark green color, and I really want to make another ranunculus in that, but then a proper like winter version. So I'm really excited for that. I think I'm going to be obsessed with this yarn. It's so nice. So then the second one I made with leftovers of Alafos Lopi. A little while ago I made a cardigan, the Troll Tint cardigan from Skeendeer in Alafos Lopi for my aunt as a birthday present. So, and that was in light blue, so I had some leftovers from that, and then I had leftovers from this. And I've been really wanting to get some slippers for myself because I wear slippers a lot because my feet are always cold and I really love to wear slippers at home. But this, I I walked through the store-bought ones. Like I got a really good pair a while ago that have like leather on the outside and then like pure sheep wool on the inside, so you don't get sweaty feet because it's the natural fibers. But the sheep wool has kind of like run off on the inside, especially like on the side of my toes. And it just makes it, now I'm walking against this weird plastic thing that's like in between the two layers to give it some more structure. And it's just not nice to walk on. And the other store-bought ones I have are synthetics and I get really disgusting sweaty feet in that. So I wanted some new natural fibers ones, but because I walk on them so much, I didn't really want to spend any like money on them, because if you buy them store-bought, they're really expensive. So because these are leftovers, I'm counting these as free. So I made these slippers. I've already worn them quite a bit, so they might be a bit dirty on the bottom. But so these are from the leftovers from the two jumpers. It's a free pattern by Drops Design. I think it was called Line Walking. And basically, I'll insert a picture if I manage. But you knit it flat and then you sew it up together. So the top side over here is sewn together and then the back is sewn together. And then you knit on another like 2 or 3 rows to make a nice edge where your foot goes in. And then it's huge. It's a really weird shape as well. And then you put it in a washing machine to felt it. So I just put it in the washing machine with some jeans and a towel because I wasn't sure on how to do it. And then I looked it up on YouTube, and Arne and Carlos, that's how they do it. They just put they put green soap in it, but I just used normal like washing detergent, not specific for wool, just like normal one. And I put in some jeans and a towel to like bang them up badly. And I put it on just a plain 2-hour cycle. And then when they came out, they were all balled up and I was like having a small panic. But I remember reading and hearing from Arne and Carlos that if they're still wet, you can just pull them over your feet and they'll stretch back into shape and you'll actually have a left and a right slipper. So that's what I did, and they fit really nicely. And they're really like, they're warm, but they don't really overheat your feet. You don't get sweaty feet in them as well, or either. And they're just really nice. The only thing that I don't like about it is about this specific pattern, because you have to sew them together, and because it's really chunky wool, like the bit where you fold it up, it becomes a bit of like a little ball kind of when you sew them up, because you fold them double and then the chunky wool, and that is right here at the bottom between my like under my toes, and then right here under my heel as well. And I can, especially in the other one, I can really feel it, like it's right here, right under the ball of my heel, and I can really feel it when walking. So I wouldn't make this specific pattern again, but I'll definitely make another pair of felted slippers in the future when I have some 100% wool leftovers again, which I'll definitely have because I use that kind of fiber a lot. But yeah, for now they're really nice, and because I don't walk that much around the house anyway, they're usually just for when I'm sitting and knitting or watching a movie or working from home. They're really good. So I'm really enjoying these. And then my last finished object, I wanted to knit on something small and soft after all the rustic wools I've been working on, and I had some leftovers, some mohair and some superwash merino leftovers that were enough for an Oslo hat, which I talked about last time as well. I think it was in progress in the last podcast, but I finished it and it looks so cute. The little pom-pom is adorable and it matches really well with the purple specks that I have like every once in a while in here. So it makes a really fun look. Oh, there's a bit of straw from something. And like I said, I used the decreasing from Inga's pattern for the slouchy beanie, because that goes like, I'm trying to keep the pom-pom out of the way, but as you can see, it makes for a really nice rounded top, and it just gives a nice look. I'll put it on for a second so I get my bangs out of the way. So it fits like this. It's an absolute perfect fit, and the pom-pom is a bit wobbly. But that just makes it fun, I think. I just wanted a really warm hat, because I already have the slouchy beanie, but it's not as warm. Like, it's nice for a bit colder days, but if it's proper freezing, I want something a bit warmer. So the Oslo hat is 3 layers, because you start like, this is easier. You start here, and then you knit around, and then you fold it double and you sew it together. So this is already a double brim, and then you have to fold that brim in as well, so it's 3 double. And with the mohair and the merino wool, it's just really nice and warm, but also really soft and fluffy. So I'm really happy with how that turned out, and it will definitely get a lot of wear this winter. I'm starting a new job after the summer holidays, and where I also, like, it's at a school, so when the kids play outside, I have to be outside as well. Also during winter, so I'm gonna have to be nice and warm, so this is gonna be great for that. I'm really excited to be able to use it when it gets colder, but for now it will just have to wait. And then I'll talk about one finished object that someone asked me to talk about in the comments of the last podcast. So of course I'll do that. And that is the, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong or remember it wrong, the Hangarby shawl from Fiber Tales. It's this one. I knit this in Honor och ei, something like that. In Nutiden, I knitted in Nutiden wool, which is an unspun yarn. And me as a spinner thinking you have to spin everything, I'm kind of scared of unspun yarn. But it was actually a lot of fun, and now that it's knit together, I held it double throughout. And it's actually quite strong, and I really, really like it. I'm personally not sure of this color. It's a bit yellow for me. I was thinking maybe, because I don't know if this is dyed or if this is just like the bleached color. Because I feel like if it's bleached, I might, maybe, like, this is maybe a really weird thought. Tell me what you think about it. But I was thinking of using some silver shampoo. Because the thought behind that is if someone bleached their hair and it turned out a little bit yellowy, you can use silver shampoo to kind of tone it down a bit. So I was thinking I might be able to do that with this as well. And we also use it on the white horses if they're really dirty, to make them extra white. But I don't know if that's a smart plan, if it will like ruin the wool, if I'll have, like, I don't know. Because you do have to kind of rub it in, I think. I don't know. Please tell me what you think about this bit of a weird plan. But anyway, so I'll show you up close. These are the little bees, and then I made a little transition into the other color. And then I did the rest in the light color. The darker yellow is exactly 1 plate. I have this tiny little ball left, but it's exactly 1 plate. And then the Nutiden yarn held double. And then for the top color, it was most of a plate. I don't have much left. I don't know where my leftovers are, but I don't have much left. So if you have 2 plates of Nutiden, you can make this, you'll be fine. And you can do it with 2 colors as well, as you can see, because I just had one plate of each color, so I needed it to work. But yeah, it works fine. And I'm really happy with it. And it's not like a huge shawl. Like, I do love really big shawls, but it's still like a nice size, and it goes double a bit here. It will keep your neck really nice and warm, and it's still long enough that you can tie it a bit. I usually like to do that, tie it a bit and then push this up a bit when I'm really cold. But I tie it so it doesn't fly away, because I've had so often that my shawls just want to fly away. So yeah, that is this one. I hope that was enough information and like how you wanted to see it. I'm really happy with it. And also for just like around your shoulders, it looks really nice. Just like that. Let me see if I can. So yeah, that is the Hangarby shawl. And then I have one work in progress, like one active work in progress. I have more works in progress, but just one that I'm really working on. And it's the Provence top. I showed it last time, I think, sorry. Some fluff, New Zealand fluff in my mouth. I showed it last time when I was showing what I got from the yarn swap. So this is the first project I'm making with the yarn from that. It's the Loops and Threads cream cotton. Oh wait, there you go. In the Pale Orchid colorway. And I'm now on the second ball. I still have one ball left, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna need it because there's quite a lot of meters on a ball. Maybe I'll need it a little bit for one of the sleeves, but definitely the body is done. I'm making a size medium, so it's a bit oversized. And the body can definitely be done easily with 2 balls of this. So I'm not sure what is going to be the best way to show this. But this is how far I am right now. So I finished the back piece last night. Like, you knit it, you start at the bottom and you knit the bottom up and you knit this in a round, and then when you get to the underarms you split the back and the front and you knit the back first, which is quite nice because it's just straight, like you have nothing to worry about except for the lace repeat, and it's just a 7-stitch repeat, so it's easy enough to remember. And then when you do this, you do just a little bit of shoulder shaping, neckline shaping, and then you go to the front. And this is, I think personally, the bit that makes this pattern really a lot of fun and look really cute, is you have the little bit of like boob shaping. So you have it start, you have the lace start in the middle and then go out a bit, and it makes this nice, like, what could be a neckline, but the neckline is like here, like fake neckline. Is that a thing? But I think it looks really, really cute. And then it's a dropped shoulder pattern, so it will fall over your shoulder, and then you just knit a couple more rounds of the lace repeat for little sleeves, and then it's done. So I'm already quite far in. It's knitting up super quick because it's a worsted weight pattern, and I'm knitting this on 5mm needles. So it's going really quick. Even though I had to frog back the whole back panel of the lace yesterday because I started knitting this pattern when I wasn't feeling well. Last week I had a bit of a flu, so I had a couple days, like I had a couple sick days, but I wasn't really sleepy, so I still wanted to do something. And I started working on this project because it's bottom up, so you just have the mindless 1x1 ribbing first, and then stockinettes, like a whole sea of stockinettes. So I thought that's perfect, we'll do that. Then I have something to do with my hands, but I don't have to think about it at all. Like, I just have to think for the counting when casting on, but I can manage that. That's just a little bit of thinking. So, yeah. But then I got really far because it's on the big needles, and I had like one of the later days when I was starting to get over it. I was feeling a little bit better, so I thought I could manage counting out the back and starting the lace panel. I thought that, but I struggled a lot with knitting the lace, even though, like, if I knit it now, it's not a hard lace. But I struggled so much because I just had all this brain fog from the flu, and yeah. My stitch count, I found out yesterday that my stitch count was totally off, so I had to frog back and start over. But now that my brain wasn't that foggy, it actually knit up really quickly, and I didn't struggle with the lace pretty much at all. Just the first couple of rows I had to really look at what I was doing and every start of the row, but after a couple like whole repeats of the lace, I was pretty good at like knowing when I had to do the decreases and when I had to do the yarn overs and stuff. So that was really nice, and it flew off my needles. And so this morning only I started the front panel, and for reference it's now 2:30, so I started it this morning at like 9 or 10 o'clock. So yeah, this is already what I've done. You can see like it separates here. So I've knit this, I've knit the booby shaping, and then one little repeat all over. And I'll definitely, I may or may not have an event tonight. It kind of depends on the weather because there's a thunder warning, so I'm gonna have to wait that out. But if the event happens, I'll definitely finish the body tomorrow. If it doesn't happen, I probably would even be able to finish it today. And then it's just the sleeves to go, which is really, really good because I think this top is so cute that I have a birthday dinner next week on Friday with my friends for my birthday. It's like a little bit early, it's a couple days early, the dinner. And I really want to wear this top for that because it's oversized and really comfy, and we're gonna eat sushi, all you can eat sushi, so I need I need space for food in my clothes. It's so stupid, but I thought this would be a really cute pattern top to wear and still be really cute, but also be able to absolutely stuff myself with sushi. So yeah, that's all I've been working on and I'm currently working on. I have only one acquisition to show you. I haven't really been buying any yarn. I do have some yarn coming, so I'll show that in the next episode, but I've kind of been putting myself on a yarn ban, and I've quite some stash that I've already got really nice projects planned for that I'm really excited for, so I want to knit those first so I don't get too distracted, and then once I've knit through my queue a bit on Ravelry, then I'll accept buying more yarn for myself. But I did get one, and that is Katia Tencel Cotton. I bought a lot more than this, but I just grabbed one to show you. And it's this really lovely, like sagey green color. I'm usually not a big fan of greens unless they're like really nice soft greens like this one, or the really, really dark, like dark foresty greens. It's like one or the other. Bright greens are definitely a no for me. I'm really specific in the greens that I like. But what I have planned for this, so last week I shared the blue linen yarn that I got from the yarn swap with Knit Crits. Forgot her name for a second. Knit Crits. The top that I had planned for that, I figured out I didn't have enough yardage. So now my plan to knit with that yarn I think I have the yarn here. So you might remember if you watched the first episode. It's this one. So what I have now planned for this is a top by Midori Heroes. I think it's called Chaika or something like that. I'll do my best to edit I'll do my best to edit this time, so I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But I'm planning to knit that with this to make a really nice, flowy, loose linen top. But I'm planning to make it longer sleeve, so it's a bit more like an in-between jumper. When you don't want the woolly wools, but you still want your longer sleeves. So now I plan to do that. And then, but I still really wanted to make the pretty Faye summer top, I think it's called, with the cables and stuff. So I just ordered a different yarn for that and made sure I had enough. So that's what this is going to be, and I think it's going to look really, really pretty in this like light soft green. So yeah, that is all that I have to show. A bit of a quicker episode maybe, but yeah, I'm really excited about the projects I just finished. I'm really excited for it to get colder so I can wear my Magnolia bloom, and I'm really excited to finish the Provence top so I can wear it for my birthday. Yeah, I'm really excited about everything that I'm working on, and the podcast. Like, I'm really excited to film and share what I'm doing. So I hope you like it too. And yeah, I think every other week, every 2 weeks would be good for me as like a time span. Like, I have enough to show you, but not too much. Like, it's not going to be a 2-hour long podcast because I'm going to have so much to show. But I think about every other week is going to be good. But I'm not going to hold myself to it. Like, if I really don't get around to filming, or if I really haven't worked so much, then I probably just won't film, and it will maybe be 1 or even 2 weeks later. So don't hold me to it. But in general, I think every other week would be good. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and a comment, because it does help on the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Oh god, I can't reach.